Hi guys, thanks for joining us from Rugby Union South Australia. What we're going to be doing is over the next few weeks we're going to be supplying you guys with a whole lot of content to keep you busy at home. So we're going to be doing some skill stuff, some activity stuff, a few things around nutrition, bits and pieces, some workbook stuff for the youngsters, some law things for coaches and players to really get their teeth into. So looking forward to doing some really cool stuff with you guys at home in your own time while we're all stuck in isolation. So we're gonna have some fun with it. Our first installment of Rugby Union South Australia from home has to do with some meal preparation. So what we're looking at is we're going to do a Spaghetti Carbonara, something your 9-year-old or your 49-year-old can make at home. Really simple, something that'd be really good to have on a Friday night before game day, or just something you guys can do. Maybe the youngsters can make dinner for mum and dad and the family while they're at work, or give them a break sometime during the week. So you guys can do the hard work. So first things first, you're all a bunch of filthy mucky pups, so make sure that you wash your hands for at least 20 seconds before we get started, so we don't give our family coronavirus. And as we move forward, what we're going to need here is we're going to need some bacon, all right, some garlic, the eggs, and some Parmigiana. So what we're going to do is we're going to chop that up. We're going to grate that up, and we're going to separate these. I'll show you how to separate those in a second. So we'll do the eggs first, and then we'll get into the rest. I got to do this in one shot, so I better not mess it up because we only have 4 eggs. But really simple. What we need is we're going to need 3 egg yolks and 1 whole egg. So we'll do the 1 whole egg first. That's the easy one. For those of you who don't know how to separate eggs, it's really simple. What we do is tap it, all right, break that one open, and then all we do is we just pass the yolk back and forth until we got rid of all the extra egg white, and then in that goes there. Really simple, all right? So in order to make sure that that all happens really quickly, we do the magic finger click, and awesome. We'll see how that went. Yep, managed to break one of the egg yolks, but that's all right because we're whisking it up in a minute anyway. So now what I'm going to do is grab some Parmigiana. All right, make sure you use Parmigiana. It just tastes better. All right, don't use any of that tasty cheese. It tastes like feet. All right, so in the meantime, we'll grab some of this and we'll grate that in over the eggs. Really simple, try not to drop any of the big chunks into there. That should do the trick for now. That's pretty strong actually, tastes pretty good. It smells amazing. All right, with the egg whites, you can do whatever you want with them. You turn them into an egg white omelet. You can pour it into the garden with your eggshells. Eggshells really good for gardening actually. So you can crush those up, chuck them in the garden, grow some mint that we'll put in something we're gonna make next week. But in the meantime, what we're gonna do is grab the whisk that up. I'll try to just flick something out of my glasses. But whisk that up and get that ready to go with all the other bits and pieces. Next up, grab a nice sharp knife. All right, if you are under the age of, I don't know, what, 15? Make sure you got somebody to watch you. I don't know what the right age is for handling knives. Probably shouldn't wave it around like that. But anyway, grab hold of that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna slice up our garlic, and we're gonna slice up our bacon, ready to go. Make sure you get it into some nice little pieces. I don't know, I'd give you a measurement, but I don't really care because we're making food, not clothing. So we'll get into that, and whoops, so you don't drop it on the floor, and we're ready to go, and should just work something like, cool. So now what we're gonna do is take all the bits and pieces, chuck them in to cook, and really easy. Shouldn't take too long. It'll take probably less time than it takes us to watch the highlights of the 2019 Rugby World Cup final. So enjoy that while we do this. Awesome. So guys, what we're going to do is firstly chuck the pasta in, get that ready to go. I got vermicelli here, not because I like it, but because all of you idiots went out and panic bought as much pasta as you possibly could. So the only thing I could choose was either vermicelli or some kind of vegan butternut penne, which is not going to work for this anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to chuck this in. How do we measure out how much we're going to use? If you got one of these guys, the old fork. There's a hole through here. That hole will measure out how much you need for one person serving. So really simple. You just chuck that through there. That gives you for one person's worth of pasta. Really simple, isn't it? So we're going to chuck that in. Measure out exactly how much we need. This is not just for me, so we're going to put a few in. Also, and I'm going to be filming some stuff this afternoon outside, so we need to have a bit of energy to be able to do that. So we're going to sort this out there. So what we're going to do is we'll grab our vermicelli, very fancy. All right, I'm just going to chuck that in a pot. So really simple. All right, if your pot's not big enough to fit it in, you can just hold that above there, let that soften a bit until it gives, and then force it down a bit and then whatever have you. But luckily we've got a pot that's big enough to handle it. So, he says, as it doesn't handle it. Awesome, so now we got all that ready to go. Let's bring it over to the pan so we can get the sauce ready to go. Looks like the pasta's almost there. So here we go. Let's get that fired up. Get that nice and hot, too easy. Grab some butter. All right, throw some butter in, not too much.
Make it.
You don't want to. Oh, sorry, that's not. There we go. Are we actually lit? Yeah, we're actually lit this time. That's cool. Grab some butter, throw that in, ready to go. Not too much. We don't want to give ourselves a heart attack. And at the end of the day, we are stuck at home with not a lot of exercise. So let's not make each other ridiculously fat or have heart failure. Cool. So we'll get that in and melt that up a little bit. And then really simple, once that's ready to go, we just chuck in the bacon and the garlic and fry that up. Make sure you cook the bacon properly. Alright, obviously with pork we got worries about all kinds of sicknesses you can get. Wicked, so we want to get that nicely fried up. Again, make sure it's cooked properly. Probably in this pan, could have got away with not even using the butter if I wanted to be a bit more healthy, but you know what, the butter tastes really good. So we'll make sure that that's in there. Anyway, that's all pretty good, all cooked up. Too easy, we can just kill the heat on that one. That'll all stay nice and warm and nice and hot anyway. Cool. So what we're going to do now is, we'll just grab some tongs. We'll bring this puppy over this way. Now, be careful doing this because obviously if you get water in the really hot pan, it can explode and you can get it all over the place. So just be careful about how you're adding this one to that one because we don't want anybody getting hurt. But really simple, we're just going to grab some pasta over this way, bring it over, introduce that in. Then what we'll do is we'll leave that to rest for 2 minutes or so because we're going to chuck the egg in over the top of that. We really don't want the egg to cook too much as you put it in because we'll end up with an omelette and that's not really what we're looking for. We're looking for something a lot better than that. So we'll give that a minute to cool down and then in we go. Cool, so we've let that cool for a minute or so we don't cook it too much. So we'll just take the egg parmesan mix that we made earlier and we'll just pour that over the top. Mix that all in, don't stress too much because it's still warm in there so you're not going to get salmonella. The egg will cook from the heat of the pan and the bacon and everything that's in there already. So we'll just chuck that in there, mix it up a bit, make sure that goes alright. Let's chuck a bit more in there, make sure that's ready to go. Here we go. Alright, so mix that up, make sure the bacon's all getting nice and sticky and stuck to it. So we don't miss out on all those nice yummy bacon pieces. My mouth's starting to water now looking at that. And there we go. As that you can see the steam coming off there as that egg's just cooking away. As we mix all that up, let that heat come through and sort that out. Awesome. That smells good. Alright, so now what we got to do is bring it over here, chuck it on the, grab ourselves a bowl, grab some of that pasta, chuck it in there, how good is that? I'm going to grab a few extra bits of bacon because, you don't get to play in the tight five without enjoying your bacon and being a bit of a fatty. All right, so you can chuck a bit of garnish on there, bits and pieces if you've got something in the garden. I'm gonna grab a bit more cheese because, like I said, and we'll just chuck a bit of that over the top. Away we go. Doesn't that look great? All right, and now I'm ready for the replay of the Rugby World Cup final. I'm gonna go sit on the couch and enjoy. So have a good time, guys. As we said, a whole lot more content coming up. Oh, sorry, my mouth's watering smelling this. A whole lot more content coming up in the next couple of weeks, whether it's worksheets for the little ones to do at home, whether it's law quizzes for coaches and players to do, or some activities like we're going to film out here this afternoon that we'll release a little bit later, handling skills, exercises, bits and pieces for you guys to stay engaged and to keep going with your training while we're in the off season. Keep well, stay safe, stay inside, and yeah, keep yourselves healthy. See you soon.